Hello, everyone. We are here in Xity. It's Thursday evening, and we're gonna be here till the weekend. We came out here to do the site layout for the residential community. So after the work, we will have identified the exact spot for each of those 2 acre blocks that will be in the residential zone number one. And what that allows us to do then is that then you, the clients, can start picking on those 2 acre blocks. You can start choosing and say, this is my one lot. That entire 1 acre there is what I want. Or that entire 2 acre, remember 2 acre is the maximum you can have. You can select and say, that 2 acre is my 2 acre. And remember, the selection is first come, first serve basis. And a lot of people have been asking me, what does first come, first serve mean? It means that if you paid, if you were the first to pay for your land, you are going to be the first to choose your spot after we've done the survey that we are going to begin tomorrow morning. Our boys are already out there. We came with the entire team. They are at their campsite that way, not too far from here. They are at their place. They are cooking and eating. We left from Morovia, came out here, so they are having fun eating. And I think they are either eating right now as I speak, or they are in the bush cutting what they call pegs, the sticks that we used to juke in the ground, and then we run the line on to do the measurement, if you know what I mean. So those are the things they are doing for this evening. It's a cool, breezy evening, so they are going to do that. And then tomorrow, super early morning, I'm going to go and wake them up, and then we're going to go out there in the field, which is also that way. You are looking at Xity in the background. I'm in the equipment yard in my little 1 bedroom cabin. If you know that, I'm just reclining here on the porch. But anyways, I'm just trying to tell you that we are busy working here for you. It's super busy. I was hot being here. Came out here. We did some work earlier just to prepare for tomorrow. Feeling super hot. Took a shower. And I'm just chilling out here and getting some rest. Those guys are out there at their place. They are cooking and eating and having fun and just preparing the pegs that they are cutting in the bush right behind where they live. And then, tomorrow, super early morning, we're going to do that work. We're going to start doing the work. I don't know, it might slip into Saturday. I don't know, but we'll see. Okay, they're taking off, getting ready to go out there to do this surveying, laying out the site. Super early morning. These guys are gearing up, and as you know, what they start with is eating. Just finish eating. Super early. Gotta go out, head out that way. Woo, beautiful sunrise in Xity. So we're gonna head out that way and go to the residential zone. If you remember, this is our original small block factory we made, where we're making blocks. So we still have this place retained. And up there that way is where we have the equipment yard. And beyond here, this is outside Xity, as you know. Beyond here, beyond those street lines are the boundary of Xity. So right now we are preparing the sticks that we're going to plant in the ground to mark the various streets, the corners of the streets, and then we'll know the width of the streets, and then we'll know all of the corners of the 2 acre blocks. So that's what we are doing right now, preparing the sticks, sharpening one edge and then sawing the other edge. That will be flat, that will hammer down. This side will be hammered and the sharp end will be planted into the ground. By the way, this is Xity. What you see before you is the residential zone. But right here, this part is part of the commercial zone. This is a major intersection here. That way is the airport. This way is the road leading to the RIA highway. So the airport and Charlesville are in that direction. And this is the commercial zone. Residential zone begins from over there and goes all the way back that way. So we're going to start planting from the solar field, which is on the far end. And then we'll lay it out until we get to the residential zone, and then we carve out the residential zone, carve out this commercial zone. We already have all of the distances, the points to plant these beds at. We're just going to make sure the straight lines are followed. So he's preparing the lines that we're going to run just to make sure that things are straight. We have our instruments to measure the angles and everything. So those are in the vehicle. Prepare these sticks here, all them, put them in the vehicle, drive, take them to the far side. We'll leave some sticks here because we are going to start from that end and come this way. That is the goal. Early morning, but the sun is already up. So we're running the first line from that corner. We're going to go all the way down that way, 253 meters. That is one edge of the solar field. Yeah. That's just the edge. We're looking at these diagrams. They're already laid out on the land. Just need to identify the points. We are running the line. We're going to get the other point. They're looking for it. We needed some walkie-talkies. I forgot to bring the walkie-talkies. Man, I came underprepared. The walkie-talkies were left right on the desk in Johnsonville. Oh, that was yelling and screaming at the top of our voice, straining our lungs. He's bringing a line, so we just want to run the line from one point to the other. That gives us a perfect straight line. No headache. Because we already, this is a triangle. The field for the solar is a triangular field. We already got the other two legs. This is a hypotenuse we're running. But we want to know exactly where the hypotenuse lies on the land. And to know where it lies, we just need to get from one corner of the other leg to the other lower corner of the other leg. And then you know where the hypotenuse lies. And it is from that hypotenuse of this solar field that the residential and the commercial residential zones are setting against. There's a demarcation between them, the street. So we'll take off that street and then we'll start measuring zones. That's what we are doing. Everything will be measured properly. I'll go look at the other point. All you see ahead of you is a solar field, man. All of this solar field. Future solar field. And the future is all going to be solar panels. And the station send power right in the city. Oh, man. Man, this place is big. I was all looking at. The distance is very long. I underestimated it. Huh? The road won't make it, eh? Is that a place?
I begin confused. He doesn't even know where he is. I place right under that palm tree. Jeez. I have to get there. It's the other leg, the end point of the other leg. That's what they are looking for, so that we know which way to bring the rope. And then the line will. You found it? $250 for rope. Let me call Silly. Really blunder about leaving this radius. Okay. So now explain to us in the video again what you're doing here. So you're doing all the stupid now. You're using sense now. So tell me what the sense now you're doing. What the new thing?
Yeah, we are doing the demarcation now for the plug where we're supposed to get the units. Okay. So you're looking at the reflector back there.
It's all the way between these two palm trees. You can't see it in the video, but there's a reflector all the way
from way at the back there.
Yeah.
So that's where the line comes from.
You can see there's a boy walking towards us. Yeah. And behind him is a reflective material marker behind him all the way there. It's hard to see in the video. Okay, you can see it. It's right above him. Yeah, there it is. There it is. It's hard to see, but where's my finger? My finger is zoomed in, so it's hard to see. Yeah. So you see the orange reflective material there. You see the boy walking. You see to the right of him. Yeah, you see the orange reflective material. That's where they are looking at. You need a clear line of sight from where we are to that material, so that's why they are brushing in between here, clearing there. They need to remove some of that plantage from near that tree, so they are doing that, clearing that line of sight from there all the way this way behind Steven. There is the other peg there. Okay, so you will put another reflector there. So that is that peg you see in those sticks over there. That's what they are trying to catch. So then the line will run from over there directly here. So after we do this, what next? Come explain this thing.
After we do this, now we'll do the demarcation now for each two equal demarcation.
Okay, 2 acre block.
After each equal, we have 10 meter road dividing
between the 2 acres. Okay, got it. And then the main road that is inside, that one is 20 meters wide, right?
The main road that inside that are giving the plug aside, that are passing down is 20 meters.
20 meters.
Yes.
Okay.
So you'll be crossing right around the bush.
Got it. All right. So maybe that tomorrow before we finish, right?
Yeah. I got this.
Yeah.
As we finish this one, hopefully we're done with the all demarcation.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. That's what we are up to today, guys. Making progress bit by bit. Just so that you understand. So this is like the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle. Along this line straight, that is the front view of Xity. It goes there and drops, and then it makes a 90 degree and comes down this way. Makes a 90 degree, comes down this way, and then goes through that point, that end point there. And this whole triangular region, this area, this vast area is about 10 acres. This is the site for the first solar farm, first mini solar farm that will be here. 10 acre right here. That's that. And then from this line, there's going to be a 10-meter wide road. This road will give access to the solar farm. And then beyond that road, then in that direction, not this rest of this area. This area here is the industrial zone beyond here going down. But after this 10-meter wide road, further down there, from that point, going down the other way, is the residential industrial zone. To show you, I'm going to go past these trees, and then you'll see that part is mostly cleared up, the residential zone. It's mostly clear. That is the commercial and non-commercial residential zone. You see how vast that is. That is the part that has been cleared by the machine. You can see some sand dunes. This is it going this way. That is what it is. So we finally got this line. You see these pegs, these sticks are planted. This yellow line is running all the way from there. There's a short stick over there. We remove the line between here and there because we already got a line up and it's done, and we are running a different line, this blue line going this way. However, let's come back to this yellow line. This yellow line runs from over there, up there. There's a short stick planted in the ground. Where is it? There it is, in the middle of your screen. That short tree stick over there. From that distance, all the way, it runs diagonally into Xity. It goes all the way to another stick in the ground, 500 meters from here. That's where this yellow line goes. This entire space you see here hitting the road, there's a road between Xity and that building that is coming up. And this diagonal, this corner, this triangle piece of land is about 10 acres. This is the site for the first solar farm, a mini solar farm that we want to put here. It's 10 acres. And it's just one of the areas allotted for solar farm. Now, this line, if you run this way, I think it's about 300 meters. If you run this way, you reach a point that basically cuts. It runs parallel. There will be a line running parallel but perpendicular to this yellow line going this way. Just like these lines here are intersecting at a 90-degree angle, there will be another line there parallel to this blue line, right? But orthogonal to this yellow line. That line will be parallel to this going this way. This lane in between here is going to be where we are going to build the commercial apartment buildings, the tall buildings. This is where those buildings are going to be. Beyond this blue line pair that will be over there, right across from it, will be the 20-meter wide main boulevard that goes from that upper corner, right? From this yellow line, beginning from this yellow line. And it will run directly diagonally through Xity and go to the southern point of Xity. But here will be the commercial apartments. From this blue line, there's going to be a 10-meter wide road here. From this blue line to that 10-meter wide road is the street. From beyond that street, this end beyond this vehicle is going to be your commercial zone, your shopping district, and all of that. But then beneath that and beneath this, but at the same time adjacent this, that means in that direction is going to be that plus an area where this commercial apartment ends is where the residential zone begins. So that entire flat surface beyond there is going to be a lot of residential homes. That's where we're going to start building the residential homes. Then here is the commercial apartment buildings, which will be story buildings. And then the solar field. And between all of these things are 10-meter wide roads, guys. We're just laying the line. These lines are here, but there's going to be 10-meter wide road between this, and potentially a barrier between separating that road from the solar field. So all of that is allocated already in the map. And even here along this commercial real estate zone, there is going to be a 10-meter wide road. Beyond the 10-meter wide road, then you're going to have the commercial zone, and you got to have the residential zone that way. My guys are all the way to the end of this. They are running this line. We have to go down a certain meters. I have the paper here in my pocket, and that's what we are following. We are building this thing. The guys are already out in there. So we're making progress. Today is the first day, day one of this work. We are following all of this. This is that corner. that upper corner right here. This is where the solar field is. That is that corner up there. And this line, you see this line? This line that runs from here all the way to this other point. This straight line here that runs, that's this yellow line you're looking at. Yep. So we're making progress. So I'm gonna be taking a look at the line, make sure it's straight, and go measure and see how they are doing. That's what we are doing today, all day in the sun. And then tomorrow we'll complete this work by our estimation. Now, okay guys, I was all the way up there along this yellow line, the other far end. If you follow this line, you go all the way up there, right? That's where I was a minute ago, telling you how that line runs from here about 500 meters and come and goes all the way in there to the end. You can see it's beyond those bushes. We had to cut down trees, sadly, to get to that peg so that we could have a clear line of visibility from that point to the other point up there. This triangular region, this is the solar field again, as I was telling you. This is the 10-acre allotted for the first solar field. It is not the only land allocated for generating solar power here. This is just one of them. Now, this way, as far as I'm here now from that point, this way ahead of me, this is the industrial zone on the map when you look. And that edge, that boundary beyond these bushes is the road. That's the industrial road that comes to this industrial zone. You pass the solar field. Sorry. I take that back. This is not the industrial zone, guys. You pass the solar field along that industrial road. The first zone you hit is the sports complex, right? From there, the industrial zone far beyond there. Okay, that's how it is. And that industrial boundary road is along that line. It's beyond these bushes. Those are the roads that we cleared the last time you were looking at. So now let's talk about this line. So this line runs this side. I'm standing inside the solar field. This way is the sports complex, as I said, but there's going to be a 10-meter wide road just beyond this line on this side. But let's pretend there is no 10-meter wide road. Let's just take this line to be the boundary between the sports complex and the solar field. So I'm going to walk back now this way, going to where I was earlier. The reason I'm going to do this is that now you're going to see how we are laying the streets between here. So I'm walking from that boundary road along this line, right? Along the edge of the solar field, the lower edge of the solar field. And I'm following this line, and I'm going to go all the way up ahead of me. As we go up, we see one stick planted here in the ground. This stick is significant because it is the edge of a 20-meter wide road. This is the X Boulevard. It doesn't enter the solar field. It comes and stops here and hits a 10-meter wide road that I told you to pretend that it exists, right? Pretend that it does not exist. That 10-meter wide road, that road that comes and hits here, this main boulevard, this is the edge, this is the width. So we're going to walk from here to the other stick. That gives you the width of this main boulevard that is going to run down diagonally through Xity. We are at the northern edge of the city. It's going to run straight to the south edge. We are in the northwest corner. This runs directly to the south east corner, right? That is the main boulevard. People call it the X Boulevard. This is it, okay? So this is the first mark for that boulevard. And I'm walking, and you will tell me how wide you think this thing is. And so imagine there's a huge boulevard. And you are crossing the road and you are here. This is the 20 meters across. This is the edge of the road. That is that over there. Oh, the sun cannot let me see my screen. I hope you can see the other mark, the beginning of the boulevard. This is 20 meters wide. Now, this is also significant because beyond this now, as we go on my right-hand side, is going to be the commercial apartment buildings zone. And this zone runs from here the edge runs this way, okay? And then we're going to find the other corresponding point to this point up along here, and that line, that blue line I was telling you about, that runs that way. There's going to be a parallel line to that line, and that line that I was referring to is going to be from here. It's going to run parallel to that blue line that I described earlier. In here is going to be that commercial zone. But even this commercial real estate zone, again, they always sit, those tall buildings will sit on 2-acre blocks. So now I'm going to show you how those 2-acre blocks, because it is the same thing that is going to exist in a residential zone, and that's the direction my guys are working presently. But let me just show you what a 2-acre block looks like, at least on one edge, the long edge, right? This is going 128 meters, and this is going to go 64 meters for each 2-acre block. But now I'm going to walk from one point, this end point here. We're going to walk the 128 meter for you to see how long this 2-acre city block is, right? This is in a commercial zone, remember, but it is the same that exists in the residential zone. So I'm walking along this line now. I'm going up. And by the way, because these lines, like, they're too long, so we are stringing together a couple of multiple color lines. So now it's a red line now, but we're following it. It's the same line. Just gonna keep following here in these bushes. This is that line that I'm following. And I'm still going. So remember now, we are walking along the edge of 1 2-acre block that is going to be laid out, right? It's just the start of it. It's going to be laid out. But this is one edge of our first 2-acre block in the commercial apartment building zone. Not the residential zone. The residential zone is adjacent this zone, by the way. And we are almost there. But has become a green line. I can see my screen, guys, because the sun is crazy. Okay, I can see the screen now. You can see the green line. You can see the green line. This is it. Right here. It's crazy. See the line. Now it's running. Now I can see the bags here ahead of me. Lo and behold, this is that upper corner of the first 2-acre block, right? This is the back. So this is that corner, right? And then after a 2-acre block, remember, we're gonna have an alley between here. And that alley is how many meters? 10 meters wide, as promised. This is the edge of this commercial 2-acre block, the first 2-acre block. Along the long edge, we reach the end point. And then from this end point here to there, where you see that other stake in the ground, is the 10 meters wide street. This is the 10 meter wide street. This is the size of your current, perhaps even slightly bigger than your current Topman Boulevard in Monrovia. This is 10 meters wide, guys. This is one end, that is the other end where this bag is planted. From here, again, so this 10 meter wide street runs this way. You have those commercial 2-acre block going down the road. Here again, 2-acre block. So there is 2 columns of 2-acre blocks that are running this way in this commercial zone. Okay, if you look on the map, for those of you who have the map for the Xity layout, this is exactly what you see. Now here, let's start from here again and go and get the other 2-acre block along this long line. So we're still going. This is the line we're walking along. We promised people that they will have sufficient space to navigate their residential zones, their city. And we are doing that. We are fulfilling that promise. We are not minching on the land. It looks like my guys had a step palm nut somewhere earlier. They were eating palm nuts. You see it? So actually, all those palm trees, like they produce palm nuts, they just go to waste. Anyways, but we're still walking along this line. Walking along this line. We are walking along this line. And the line changes here from red to blue. We are walking along this line. And this long edge again. We are here of this 2-acre block. I'm exhausted already, to be honest. I need some water to drink. Where is the line? There's the line. Let me imagine. I'm just seeing the line properly now with my own house. I need to get some water and drink, guys. This is not healthy. It's hot and humid. And I'm just in the sun. Let me grab some water and drink. And see what happens here. Dude. We are still out here. We've just about to finish carving out the commercial district. And then guess what? From this peg to that peg is a 10-meter wide road between residential zone and the commercial district where we'll have a shopping mall and all that. All right, so let's dig here a little bit. No, let's dig here first more with the shovel, with the cutlass, and then before you pound it in. I'm gonna do that, and the guys are still measuring going, and the other guys are coming with the rope to connect to this stick we're gonna plant here. That's the goal, and then as soon as we plant this here, and then we run that rope to here, this will be the completion of the entire demarcation of this commercial district. Gas station, shopping mall, you name it, will be here. And then we'll complete this 10-meter road and begin a commercial zone, residential zone. Remember, we'll finish with those apartment buildings area there. Well, we're not completely finished because we didn't do complete the internal markings. But so now this is solid, and we go. The next one is that one. So I'll take these bags with me. Huh? This way? I don't want you to be beyond the tree line, so it's okay, yeah. Yeah, I want you to be inside the tree lines. We assume that the road can be expanded to reach the tree lines. We can assume that we'll expand the road to reach the tree lines. So we'll keep things beyond the tree lines inside our land. So this, between that stick and that stick, is a 10-meter wide road. Here's a tree here. This tree will have to be relocated. This tree that is coming up falls right in the middle of the road. So we'll have to remove this. Or it could be like, it could be nice. What could happen is 2 lanes, tree in between, and then you have 1 lane here and 1 lane there. It's neat, by coincidence. Look, let me zoom out. So you see how coincidentally this thing falls. Well, we didn't measure. It's not entirely exactly the geometric center, but roughly. There is the other peg. And where's the other peg? Where's that stick? There it is. There, right there. And there's the tree. And there is the other one. Not exactly in the center. Damn it. Well, okay, we are out here this morning, early morning. We're going to do some measurements. That's what we are up to here. The other crew are still preparing the ropes that we're going to use to run run, and they will be here shortly. But two of the guys and myself are here, and this is near the road leading to our campsite down that way. This is the residential zone we are in. Beyond those sand dunes, still the residential zone continues beyond there. We're about to continue the measurement this morning. It's exhausting walking in this thing. For 500 meters here, 200 meters there, 600 meters that way. It's exhausting. We have to make sure this thing is done perfectly. And the sun is unforgiving. Early morning, it's already up. Huh? Yeah. Let's run it from that place, the 208. Let's rerun that 208 because I think it needs to be readjusted here. Yeah, that sand dune over there messed up. Yeah. So can't run it from there. So you will go start from that peg, right? That last peg, yeah. Okay. The one that after the alley. Yeah. That one to run it to this other peg. I think the 208 will come beyond. Then maybe we'll have to adjust this down and move this down. You know how to use it? No, I'm sure. Okay, so you see that arrow, black arrow? Yeah. It should be pointing out at the point that you want to start measuring from here. Okay. You put it down right here. That means it's starting from here. That measurement start from. Bingo. You start from there. You can even put your foot right to stop it. And then you press the power button and let it come on. And the screen, oops. Press it for long, I think. Oh, when you get a battery problem. God damn it. Before we came out, turn it on, it came on. Line battery? But the battery was 50%. Okay. And I turn it off and put it in the bag. So why would it not come on? Okay. So this is a view of part of the residential zone. So we have these ridges, these sand ridges where the machine piled the dirt. And behind those ridges again is another area that is clear, as vast as this one between these two ridges. And we are running the lines, measuring and demarcating the 2-acre blocks. And then our folks can start selecting their 2-acre blocks. And construction can begin, because then we will know where to build exactly on those 2-acre blocks. All right, folks. Early morning. It's hot already. One of the lines is a line that is running out of over there. There's an alley here. This is the boundary of a 2-acre block that falls in here. I'm gonna go under the line. I should have made a video of this while running this. Yeah. This line, we're running from that corner point of the 2-acre block to this corner point. I measure, and lo and behold, 127.97. If we move that thing closer to the peg itself, because it not reach exactly, it hasn't reached, we get 128 exactly. This is precision at its highest quality, gentlemen. This is your first 2-acre block carved out to perfect alignment. This is it, guys. This is it. That's what we are doing here. Thank you, folks. Just so that people understand what we are doing here. This is an intersection. These 4 sticks you see in the ground form an intersection. The distances between each of these sticks is 10 meters. 10 meters wide intersection. I'm standing in one of the road. This is the other road going this way. And tying a rope here. There's a straight road going up ahead. It's 10 meters wide. You can look on the map just for context. Please don't hold this thing for me, please. I just want to show you a context here. So if you're looking at the map of Xity, the first 2 acres that we measured and I showed you earlier today was this one. This one right here. Sorry, my finger shadow. The angle of the camera. That's the one. The intersection we are standing at right now that I'm pointing at is this one right here. Right where my finger is. Ignore the shadow of my finger. It's the sun, direction of the sun. Let me turn this way. So we are standing at this intersection. We finished at that intersection. That's where I measured from here to here. And we came, it was 128 meters exactly. This corner. This is the corner we are standing at now. This major spot. That is what that is. Whew. Cool. So we got it. We got our intersection nailed down, right? Okay. So we are moving now. So it is this line now from here over there. Supposed to be another 64 to get to the point, right? Yeah. Okay, good. So once we get there, we are good. Perfect. So I'm gonna go back behind you guys just to check everything. So now we need to get a 64. Where we'll get a 64, that's where we need to measure, right? So if I were you, I would run that tape line to see where the 64 is. You fall there and you put that in and we'll run the rope there. That means we'll need to shift that alley, the alley where it's going. We'll plant the pegs where that 64 will drop so that we get that acre exactly. Perfect? I think we are doing good so far. We already got our 1 acre down, right?
1 acre down.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 acre, so they want them to get the bottom down.
Bottom line to get the other 3 here. Okay, perfect. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. So we are approaching another intersection here. You see these 4 sticks in the ground. Sticks in the ground, and this is another road going this way. This one that way. We have this one here. So the context here is clear that this corner is a corner of a 2-acre block. That's a wide 2-acre block. The first one we carved out. I'm going to take out the map, put it on the ground, and just show you what I'm talking about. Oh, it's hot. Sun. Spread this map out here. And if you have the map of Xity with you, this is the commercial zone. We carved this out already. This is the solar farm up here in Orange. We ran the 10-meter wide road already. And so far, sit properly on this ground. And we've ran this line up here. We're running this line, bringing it down. And we ran this line. We haven't ran these streets in here, the horizontal streets in here. We're gonna go here next. But where we are today is having ran this line from here to there. we are demarcating all of these 2-acre blocks and excluding also these orange fields. So the first 2-acre block that we clearly lay out is this one. This is complete. And this one, do you see this corner here? This corner is where I'm sitting at. That is this corner. That is this stick. This stick that you see here. This stick you see. That is this corner for this particular 2-acre block. This corner. They shot 64-meter side. This side of that 2-acre block is, if you look at this stick here, right? There's blue line. That is a short end. And this red line going that way is the long edge, which is this edge, the long edge and the short edge. And we ran, the streets are all around here now. The streets are all around this piece of land here, which is a utility field, is already laid out. This piece of land also, this one, the utility field, is laid out. And these 2-acre blocks, this one and this one, these sides are the alley we are running down. These streets we're running down. We are here. That's where I was previously. And the guys are going down to drop this last point. And once they are finished with this side, then we're going to run this side. Now this street that is running from here, from the edge of the lane coming through here, is the street I'm sitting in right now. So I'm sitting right here at this intersection in this street. The street that is running here like this. So the street is going to continue to run and it's going to go behind me. Right now I'm sitting and facing this way, right? I'm facing the east. The sun is directly shining into my face. So I'm looking down this alley right now. I'm sitting, the camera is pointing down that alley, down there beyond this blue line. This blue line is a guide to the run that runs south this way, which is basically that blue line that I'm showing you is running this way to guide this line. And my guys are down here. We are already done with here. They are running the line here now to measure this other short edge of this other acre here. So that is what is happening. So now we've done this. We've done this line. We're going to continue this line. We've ran this line here. And once we get to this point, we'll be running this other line. These lines will come. This line is going to come. And we're going to run this line. This line, we've already ran this line all the way here. So we're going to continue to drop it here. There's a little bit of bush here that the machine did not clear. So we need to drop this line here. And we'll bring this line and drop this line here. And then we'll have all of these 2-acre blocks set and ready to be selected from. Then we are going to go later today, finish with this. Then we're going to come in between here now, run these lines, run these ones here, and get those 2-acre blocks as well ready for selection. And then we'll basically, after the selection, begin the work. That's what we are doing today. This is hectic in this hot sun. So after this, these sticks are not permanent sticks. They need to be replaced with real concrete pillars. That is when you guys need to pay for the clearing of your spots and also for these major cornerstones that we are going to put here, these landmarks. We're just going to put them down. These are not your cornerstone for you to write your initial on and all that stuff. No, it's basically marking the edges of this 4-acre block. If you are on this 4-acre block, you're going to contribute to that. And then your one lot, you see, so for instance, if you are here, your one lot now, you will come now and pay for the cornerstone for your one lot, which we will put inside this 2-acre block to demarcate your one lot and put your initial on. These major cornerstones, these landmarks, and the clearing of the land as you see it like this is what you need to pay for now while you are doing your selection of your spot. And after we've done that, then you come, we start putting your cornerstones into the land inside this one. Those are the minor cornerstones. These major ones, the intersection and the corners of your 2-acre blocks that you're going to be living on. And the clearing that you see, all of these sand dunes here, all this clearing we did here. You need to pay for those now. That is what is going to happen. We've done the work. Now we are asking that then you pay for it. And that's how we do. Everything is super transparent. We do the work, you see it, and then you pay. Thank you. So that's the 128 from over there to there?
Yeah. Yeah, 128.
And then you running the 64 this way, right? Okay, for the alley. And then the 64 towards me.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll get to the 64 again, we'll measure this edge to make sure it's 128.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. This place is huge and vast. This is recent clearing. This is old clearing. That's why the grass is just growing. But all of these trees are cleared from here. See the same ridges. These ridges. This machine clearing, pushing the dirt here. We gotta get rid of this dirt at some point. There's a lot of sand. There's a lot of sand used for sand, by the way. It's not just dirt. So all of these things just grass now. So all of here has been cleared by the machine. Beyond those ridges, beyond the next one, beyond the next one, all of them have been cleared. So we're just laying it out. So there's a second column of the 2-acre blocks now we're running. Let me go down this ridge. This thing is very helpful. It's helping me measure everything here. While they are using those lines and laser beams, I'm just using this wheel measurement. I'm just using this wheel measurement device. And I get my measurement. It's very accurate too. Compare with what they're getting with those measuring tips. And it's nice and it's more convenient. You don't need a second pair of hands to hold the line to the other edge like they are doing right now. This is another intersection here. See the sticks here. The other stick, there's going to be a fifth one that way. So one, there's two over there in the middle of the screen, and there's a third one there. That measure, get everything in line. Yeah.
So they said that's a stiff you can get to there.
Yeah. And here we are doing about 33 feet.
Yeah, 30 feet. 30.
No, 3.3 feet.
Yeah,
it's 1 meter.
33.
It's 10 meter. 33 feet.
33 feet. That one, that Boulevard Road.
Imagine when we have done building multiple homes on this land, with the alley in between that is 33 feet wide.
What?
Imagine that. You're on your 2-acre block. For those people who are buying whole 2-acre block,
Yeah, restaurant. Because the road is just around.
The road surrounding you. No neighbor, your neighbor across the street. Ooh, nice.
Free. No, make close on my boundary, no.
No, but even the people that will be living together on the same 2-acre, there will be no confusion because we're clearly demarcating it. We'll build everything up. Everybody knows.
Because even the people, the other one out there,
It'll be friendly.
just the fence now, just the pattern.
Yeah. If you take 1 acre, the other person take 1 acre, you just put one straight fence between it. Separate the 2 1-acre spots. This is gonna be beautiful. We're done with all these big.
People, you having access to the road.
Yeah. 3 different roads.
Yeah. This is large, you having
Access to the road. If you're lucky, you're on a corner lot, then you have 2 streets. Because if you want corner lot, like if you want all that business, then you can have the corner lot. You have 2 streets.
Also, I want to ask a question. If I bought 2 acres of land, so I have the power to sell whichever I want to sell it to?
No, you cannot sell any empty land here. What you can do, if you buy a whole 2-acre block, each lot can take 1 house, right?
Yeah.
So now if you choose, you can build 8 houses because there are 8 lots on the 2 acres, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever number of houses you want to build. When you finish building a house, if you want the 1 lot plus the 1 house, you can sell it. But you can sell empty land. Okay? Then people will just be selling empty land, wait for the price to go up, sell it. Exactly. They just buy and sell the land. No. If you build a house, because we want the place to be built.
Yeah.
So if you build a house, you can sell it to this man. Right? Then that's fine. But you can just, yeah.
Because if you are building the house, it should be a modern house.
Yes.
It will have a financial person before it's settling on the land.
Exactly. So you have a nice house. You can sell this one. You keep the other one. And that's what some people are doing. Some people bought 2 acres.
Yeah.
And they say the 1 acre is going to be where they're going to build their mansion. And then the other acre, they're going to split it up. There are 4 lots there.
Yeah.
There are 4 houses. You can build those 4 houses. And guess what is going to happen? When this place starts getting to be built, the prices are going to go up.
Yes,
so you build a house, you spend, say, maybe, I don't know, $75,000 to $100,000 you build a house. You can sell that house for maybe $200,000 later or $150,000. Okay. So
because most of the time I go here, houses are coming around, you will see them.
Oh yeah, prices go up. Yeah.
Because one is see.
Yeah. And you saw the house right opposite Xity, and they're building a house, and they're roofing it already.
Yeah.
1 house right across the road. And in the whole vicinity, people are building here anyways. So.
Because you see, as I see the place, it's very close to the airport.
Yeah.
So most people are fighting to get access
to that airport. Yeah.
Because many the traffic issue in Reba, the road line is connected.
Yeah.
So you can really get the house.
Okay, gentlemen, y'all drink now. Let's run this line. Let's drink. Let's run the line. We need to run the line.
Yes,
but y'all get water
so
first.
So get the land. That will not get one. You will take the land from that point.
Yeah.
Bring it here.
To bring it there.
You know what I'm saying? And take it to carry to that point.
To carry to that
They'll
point.
be marking it. And it's the difference that we just do adjustment.
Yeah.
So we take the time from here. You will go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look for some kind of shade you put it on some kind of shade though. If not, you leave it here. Get hot. Yeah. Yeah. I think it'll be better there. Yeah. KB bringing 6 more bundle of ropes. So.
Okay, now we take the 6. But the other people across this thing.
Yeah. So we're across the center.
I'll go back over there. Bring it. Just put it back.
Yeah.
There. I'll go back there.
I just want to run the measurement. I want for to remeasure this one. Okay. Let's make sure the corners are aligned. Because this is important. If we mess this one up, the next one will be messed up. And then from there, when we finish extending this one, then we'll run the other land a rope, a road. Right. Then we'll run it rope. Yeah. Perfect.
That's more than here. Because 60 feet are almost
60 meters.
60 meters. 200 feet. So that means that you have to row. You're not even reach here, but that's more motor area.
Where is the rope guy?
You can reach? You can attention you. Okay, now.
No, can't make it. Where's the rope guy? Y'all bring the whole thing. I've been sitting playing water, man.
Yeah. Let me off.
So we ran a line. Okay, so what we're measuring here now?
But the road very big. It's 33 feet. They want almost from city to city. Now community road. Because our Liberia community road is 16.
Yeah.
20 feet.
And this is 33 feet wide.
33 feet. Let's say Boulevard Road. Second Johnson to Boulevard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. People need space. People need space. They can come walking on the sidewalk. Some streets they can put parallel parking lane.
We're inside the land. Inside. Put it across. Put it across. Put it stay behind the line. Look at it. Lay on it. No, don't let it stay. Let it bring it closer. Oh.
The sun is unforgiving. Whew. This is like being in a desert. So he's standing here. His helmet is the marker, and that guy is coming directly towards him. He's measuring, by the way, he's using a wheel measuring device. It's gonna come over this hill and come to him. And we adjust for the inclination of the hill. Come over the hill and down. Clem.
Yeah, can't speak.
Oh, that area? Oh, nice. We don't have to go over the hill. Want on the area, Zach?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're going to plant it there. Now we're going to measure. Begin, you about to pack the place we're running the road from?
Yeah.
That is standing by? Okay, perfect. So straight line here. All right. So we got good.
Yeah,
so we'll
go verify at the thing right here.
Okay, perfect. So now he's gonna go measure this and to come here. Woo.
You want easy?
Yes. Woo. We'll get this done. We'll finish with this column. We'll move on to this column. We'll put this alley here along this column of 2-acre blocks. We'll put the alley here running straight, and then we continue on the next column of 2-acre block. We come down here. Where these 2-acre block columns end, there's an alley beneath them, and then beyond that alley is the high school zone, guys. If you're looking at the map, you have the high school zone. Let me take out this map, lay it down here, and let's play in the sand a little bit. So here it is, the map. Here is it. Here is your map. This is this column. We are just finishing. This is the last column here we are doing, right? Then Next column is this one. We'll need to make that alley that I was talking about, that 10-meter wide. We already started it from up here. We need to continue it from here, the alley. And then we'll finish this column. All underneath this column is the high school zone with the play area for the high school. You can build whatever you want to build there. Soccer, sports, gym, and whatever. And what is the space for that play area? 2 acres, guys. Then the elementary school and daycare. Here they are. Here's their play area in the green. And then we'll finish this block, and then we'll go start up here again and start running the line. Come here. These parts are still in the bushes. We might elide this for now. And then we'll come back to it in the future. But then once we finish this column piece here, we're done with this, we can start selection. And then we move on the building. And now let's see where this guy is going to drop these ridges, sand ridges. That's a problem. There's the airport. That's the airplane that's flying. You see how low it is? It's just taking off from the airport. All right, so then you adjust it to it, right?
Yes.
Perfecto. So that's where we're gonna put our plug. And you are bringing the rope, right? Perfect. And this guy's bringing the rope. We're gonna tie it here. So this acre is completely demarcated. There's your plane there going. Just took off from the airport. Okay, let's run that line. Perfect airport setting. Yeah, it's very nice. Yes, 10 from there. That alley running down. That alley separating these blocks, these 2-acre blocks, to the high school zone. Perfect. Yeah. Begin. Just bring about 4 packs. Yeah. Because we'll play them here now. Oh gosh, man, I'm tired. All right, folks, we are here again at a corner. You see this blue line? This is one edge of the street, the 10-meter wide street, and this is the width of the street. This orange line and yellow line that goes to that peg over there. You're looking straight ahead of the street that is from that stick to this stick, a 10-meter wide street. This street separates this portion of the residential zone. That's a 2-acre block right behind this sand ridge. This 10-meter wide street separates that 2-acre residential block from the high school zone. You see how wide this is? And at the high school zone, there will be a separate offset of the school, right? Plant a lot of vegetation here. So when you're in your house over there, the street will not only be separating you from the school zone, but there will be another additional barrier here that separates you from the high school zone. The high school zone stretches. This 10-meter wide street, it runs all the way that way. There is more residential zone, that entire end that ends along this 10-meter wide road. And there is another road that basically comes and hit the school zone here. It ends right here, right? Because you can come and turn from this 10-meter wide road and come and go this way. You can just drive into the school zone this way, right? So this road strengths. But here is the road that goes again, another 10-meter wide road. So if you are in a 2-acre block, you are separated all around. 10-meter wide road, another 10-meter wide road. The guys are measuring from that end. We're going to go up that end. I had to go home, take a quick cold shower just to lower my body temperature, and I'm back now to rejoin my men in the field. So you see them moving towards me. There's the last column of the 2-acre block that they are coming to complete, which will basically hit this 10-meter wide road at the bottom here. That separates the 10-meter wide road, separates this side from the school zone. School zone is that way, going all the way into these bushes, and this 10-meter wide road runs directly this way. This portion is all going to be in the school zone. We're going to, yes, preserve vegetation for the school. So that's what's happening. I'm going to drive a little bit further up that way, park somewhere in the shade along there, and then join my men in the field. It is crazy hot, but in here it is safer. All right.